Welcome to the Trashcats Trashcast. I'm Richard.
I'm Steven.
And today we're going to talk some shit about some stuff. But first, Steven, how was your week?
Dude, it has been very weird, man. It's been good though. It's a weird feeling. This job can change a lot for me, and it feels like way too professional for me. I feel so out of place, and this info I can see is like, it's hard to believe anybody's trusted me with it. But so far, they're actually really impressed by me, it's a weird feeling for me, but I'm enjoying it, and it's going well.
You got some of that imposter syndrome?
Dude, hardcore, man. Like, these people have, like, we don't even do, like, intercompany video calls. So it's like total strangers, and they have no preconceived notions of me. They don't see how I look, none of that shit. So it's like, you know, it's like I feel like I'm pulling one over on everybody. It's awesome.
I'm pulling a sneaky on you.
Yeah, dude. I wake up and I'm like, oh man, I gotta be at work in 30 minutes. I gotta get ready. And then I put on pajamas and walk to the other room. And then I vape for half an hour, and I'm like, ready for work.
Ready for work.
Caffeinate and nicotine. It's been good though, man. How about your week?
Fuck yeah, man. My week's actually been pretty good too. I just started painting finally in the new house, which has been dope.
It looks sick, dude.
Right? I got the studio all painted up in here, and it's pitch black, like it should be.
It looks like you built yourself a temple. You have this weird shrine, like from my camera, how the light comes in. It's so good, dude.
It looks really nice. It's going to look even better once I finally get all the acoustic foam, and I'll set some lights up in it. And if I do it right, I'm thinking the lights will kind of look like it'll be spread out and like kind of weaved through underneath the foam, so it kind of like sticks out where there's space, and it should kind of look like stars, I think.
Ooh.
And I'll be able to make them like do different shit.
Dude,
so
I don't think you ever saw it, but my like grade school into high school bedroom, me and my brother painted like a dark blue, like blackish, and then we dotted it, like every inch of the room had glow-in-the-dark stars painted on it. Like nice. Thousands and thousands. It was pretty cool. Yeah. With a black light. It was a fun vibe.
I considered doing that with my bedroom ceiling, except I realized I want it, if I get like the glow-in-the-dark shit on there, I want it to be like not, you know, like the stars you get, like they look green and shit. Like I don't want it to be visible when the light's on.
They make some clear stuff.
Yeah. I think I'd seen some, but it was really cheap, and I wasn't sure if I could trust it.
Yeah, that's the thing, is the bad stuff doesn't...
And all the reviews were like parents that got them for their kids. Yeah. And it was like...
You need that hardcore shit. Man, I had one of my buddies do the UV tattoo ink stuff. And that always kind of weirded me out, because that stuff, like, most places aren't legally allowed to use it because it could be and likely is so cancerous.
Oh, wow.
It's like, ugh.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, my week's been, I'm moving. I'm staying busy. I'm not burning the candle at both ends like I had been, which is nice.
Good.
Although I still have a lot of projects ahead of me. So... One at a time.
Fuck yeah. Well, speaking of painting shit black, this first honorable mention, you ready for this one?
I am.
All right, this is an article on bigthink.com. I've seen it a couple places now, but scientists find 16 ultra black fish species that absorb 99.9% of light.
Oh, shit.
And this picture... It looks like the anglerfish kind of thing, but like pure black. These alien creatures are virtually invisible in the deep sea. A team of marine biologists used nets to catch 16 species of deep sea fish that have evolved the ability to be virtually invisible to prey and predators. Ultra black skin seems to be evolutionary adaptation that helps fish camouflage themselves in deep sea, which is illuminated by bioluminescent organisms. There are likely more and potentially much darker ultra-black fish lurking deep in the ocean.
That's fucking dope. I like, in the article it says something about the black skin around their gut. It's possibly to hide the light of bioluminescent fish that they've eaten.
Oh, fuck, that's cool.
That's fucking really dope. That's smart shit. Man, they're so brutal looking.
Yeah. They're like brutalist, like, like the brutalist, like Soviet building style of concrete. Like, these are like brutalist fish.
Fuck yeah. Really cool looking.
So cool. I love how they find new shit in the sea, like deep down like that all the time. It's so cool. Like,
yeah.
There's so much on this planet. Dude, the rapper fucking Lil B, he's so fucking goofy. But somebody asked him if he believed in aliens, and he was like, just look at fish. They're fucking aliens. It's like, that's so fucking awesome. It's a fucking weird world.
There's so much. I always like the fact that like we know more about space than we do about the deep sea.
Right.
It's like that's fucking wild to me. That's so cool.
The pressure is too immense. We can't get down there.
Why should we?
Would you rather go space or sea if you had your dealer's choice?
I think both of them. I think space would be more fun. The sea would be more of a thrill, I think, but there's so many dangers involved with like getting the bends or like different shit like that. I mean, aside from those things, I would rather go to the sea. Go like deep sea shit.
I don't know if space is any less risky though. Maybe it is now. Maybe
I feel like it might just be because of the fewer, shuttles exploding that you hear about.
Yeah.
It makes me think it's safer. But even then, it's like, what are you going to do? You get up there and it's like, all right, this is cool. How long are you going to stay there for? Like, where are you going to go somewhere? Are you going to the fucking moon? Just go home.
Yeah. Being under sea that deep too, just pure black. Like, you wouldn't see much very often.
I want to go back to a place where I can use a toilet like a human.
Both sound very, I don't know. It sounds like it would get old after a while.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad smart people want to go.
Yep. Yeah, that's what exactly. If I had something I was researching or something I was trying to find out, that might be different. Like it was, if I was on the cutting edge of some research that I was excited about it. It's like, not that it's not cool. It's like, I got other shit that I got to do.
All right, you ready for the second one?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Vatican in freakout mode after discovering litany of priests on grindr. This just came out from, looks like 2 weeks ago, August 20th, 2021. Officials within the Vatican hierarchy have gone into panic following a new report that revealed a large number of priests in the United States and internationally using the gay dating app Grindr. The New York Times now claims that a series of studies performed by the Catholic blog The Pillar have already prompted at least one priest to resign his position. Is that Monsignor, MSGR?
I have no fucking idea.
I think it is. Jeffrey Burrell, no. That can't be Monsignor.
I don't know. Messenger?
I don't know. What the fuck?
MSGR, monosodium glutamate ranger?
I don't fucking know. The Times further reports that Catholic officials now worry about privacy concerns of their priests and the potential ramification of journalists and muckrackers tracking their cellular data.
Muckrackers?
Yeah.
What the fuck's the muckracker?
A no good devious.
Is that a slur?
No, I don't think so. Etymology.
I mean, if you're going to be any kind of cracker, Be a muckracker.
Muckracker. Oh, fuck. Yeah, these priests are dumb as fuck, man. They don't know how to use their phones, so they're just leaving all kinds of data out there. It's interesting the story was bust by a Catholic blog, too.
Yeah, that is interesting to know. I think that the problem here isn't that they're using grindr. The problem is their hypocrisy of...
Right.
Yeah.
A muckracker was any group of American writers identified with pre-World War I reform and expose writing. The muckrackers provided detailed, accurate, journalistic accounts of political and economic corruptions and social hardships. So
what you're telling me...
It doesn't... Yeah, that's like its origins. I think now it's just kind of somebody who digs up something to expose, you know.
So what you're telling me is that the author that wrote this post just wanted to throw in that word, like, check out this word I know.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't like really needed, but I like that they did. It's a fun word. All right. Any last comments before we...
No, it kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah, silly priests.
Silly priests.
Oh shit! All right, fuck it, bro. What are we doing today? My mind's a potato, so I'm gonna have you start us off.
Oh boy, I'm not doing much better. I mean, I got my energy levels are probably much better than yours, but I don't know, man. I feel like when you put me on the spot sometimes, like when anybody puts me on the spot sometimes, like I don't know what the fuck to talk about.
How many milligrams of caffeine have you had today?
I had a cup of coffee. No, actually, I had a one of the Starbucks triple shots this morning. I take it back. So that's like 200 something,
225 to 275 range.
Actually, I got a cup of coffee I just finished a minute ago. Also,
so we're bumping to 350.
Yeah, something like that.
It's got the engine purring.
Yeah. What about you?
I think today, carry the one. I'd say I'm probably about 700-800.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds what used to be average to me, and like having a second cup of coffee is not normal for me anymore.
That's good.
Usually I stop after one, but it's not because, like some people are like, oh, I'm trying to quit the caffeine, but it's like, no, I just can't do coffee that often because of the stones.
Yeah.
Goddamn kidney stones.
Yeah.
So like one cup of coffee is my max normally. I think it's like once or twice a month tops that I have 2 in a day.
That's solid. At least coffee's like, it's kind of more stable energy than anything with sugar. Anything with sugar is just like not non-stable. Like you just have to pay so much for it.
Yeah.
The crash.
And coffee can be unstable too if you're not used to it. If you have your immunity to caffeine built up.
Yeah.
You can make a cup of coffee last you a morning. And that's, enough to get you through lunch.
All right, so we got our stuff that gets us through the day. For me, it was caffeine, nicotine, medication. What are your thoughts this week? Anything running through your mind?
I mean, it's mostly just like the physical, like what I have to do. Like I have 3 different lists going on my phone.
Yeah.
That I look at every day, multiple times a day. And it's like things, one of them is like things I have to do today, things I'm planning on doing today. And then the other one is like larger scale projects that I have the things for that I need to organize the time to do. And then like I might tackle one in an afternoon and then, I can cross that off and then I'll end up adding like 2 more that I think of. And then I'll end up adding even more to a separate list that's like, things to do eventually, maybe, that I don't have the shit to do.
Are you staying focused?
For the most part. There's definitely some jumping around of like, like even like the painting thing, I was like kind of putting it off for a while because it's like it seemed like such a big task. But doing this room last night, my mom helped me. Like she cut in the corners and everything. Like I never actually painted a room before.
Damn.
I think I might have helped my parents do my room in Florida, but I don't remember it vividly. So that was years ago. So I'm getting the hang of this now, and it's like, okay, this is actually really easy. The paint that we're using is a better quality paint, so it's just the one coat.
Especially
nicer
with the black, with something lighter, maybe not.
Yeah, it's it's the slope ceilings is the other thing that was kind of like, at least it's not a flat ceiling, but it's still weirder than doing a wall.
An angle can be tricky though, because you get the drip lines if you go too hard. Dude, there's nothing better than the feeling of like cutting a line. Like I might not want to do like paint a room because I've had to do it a bunch, but cutting that line, it's so fucking good.
Oh, see, like I haven't actually done that. She did all the cutting in last night because she likes doing it too.
It's like like that feeling when you're cutting gift wrap with scissors and it slides.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
it's the best. All right. So you're staying pretty focused on things. Why are all your thoughts things you're doing right now? You just got a lot going on.
That's just what I'm immersed in. Yeah, that's my priority right now.
Do you like it that way though?
I do. I feel like, it's getting into my, that need to create something.
Yeah.
And even if it's like, I'm not creating anything, I'm just like installing things. And like, I'm about to install this fucking bathroom fan and, shit like that. Like it's projects that make me feel productive and, that I reap the benefits for.
Dude, you're creating your life. You're building shit around you how you want it to be,
Yeah.
Life crafting.
And it's shit that like, when I was thinking about the bathroom fan at first, it was like, oh, I'll have to have an electrician come in and do this thing. And I'm looking at it like, well, maybe I'll just, of course, I look it up on YouTube like you do. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, no, this is really simple. You can do this at home, and I even talked to my dad about it. And it's like, he's like, as long as the wiring isn't shitty, it doesn't look like it's rigged up, then like, yeah, you should have no problem.
Yeah, wiring stuff, I tend to fuck with less just because if you don't know what you're doing, it can be bad. But I'm with the DIY vibe for sure.
Yeah. I don't like to fuck with it much either, but like this is a really simple one. So it's like, all right, I can do this. This is not a big deal.
Fuck yeah.
So there's that. What's your thoughts for the week been?
It's been a lot on work. That stupid clown meme I shared earlier today has kind of been going through my head because I do feel like a little, it does feel a little clownish for me to be thinking about work. Like I feel a little goofy about that. Mm-hmm. It's so like contrary to like the whole fuck a job mindset I've had. So I feel a little weird about that, but it's been, I feel more good than weird about it. But I have gone back to the conversation we had, both because, listening to edit it and then, put it up. Like I've listened to the episode at more than once at this point, but our free will one, the conversation about hallways.
Yeah.
It's kind of bothered me, man. I've thought about that a lot.
Really?
Yeah, like I what I really liked about our conversation was that I totally forgot we were recording, and it felt like intensely personal, like a conversation I would have exploring that with like a professional kind of shit, like those real thoughts. But my biggest takeaway was I liked the making choices, the thing you said about making choices not for the end goal, but for the direction. I liked that a lot. And then, but the thing about the hallways, you feeling like people, like we could all be traveling in one hallway together, and that could be your reality. And I felt like sometimes when, we're often in our own hallways and we can't always connect, even if we can see people through the windows. I've thought about that a lot. I don't know what the fuck I think. Maybe I haven't been thinking about it, but I've been feeling that conversation since we had it.
The not a doctor in me wants to say that it's like, it's kind of telling of your outlook on, your connection with society.
But it's not just, it's all people. That's what bothers me.
We live in a society.
Dude, and that is a line in every debate bro video I watch. Like every day I hear some shitty debater say that. I love it. So
every day I wake up and we live in a
society.
Yeah. And it's because I definitely feel like I've also felt that way before. I think that I might be, I feel like it's because of my job in the last 4 years or so has been a lot of customer service and talking with people. And I feel like, a member of my community kind of thing. I feel more in touch with people, and I've traveled a bit, but I still I don't feel connection worldwide, I guess, of course, because I don't know those people. I don't know that struggle, I don't know, or that not struggle in particular, but that life.
But you're so empathetic. But you're I don't know. I think of you as more isolationist than me, but it seems like you feel way more connected. It was confusing for me to hear exactly how you felt about it. I definitely feel like I need to take strong breaks from people in that way, but I feel like in a general sense, my worldview is we're all in the same boat, whether we realize it or not, dealing with the same problems, whether or not we're ready to talk about it or, ready to address the problems. Yeah, I agree. We're all in the same boat. To me, it feels comparative to God stuff in the sense I felt very betrayed when I stopped believing in God. And I feel like with human, I think it does reflect my view of society that we can't fully interact. But I don't like that conversation also reflects on my personal relationships I actually care about. But I think it does. Right. But I think there's something to before I had stopped believing in God, or before you had myself had relationships that were crushing, where you put full love or trust into someone and they really fucked you over. I felt way more connected, and I don't feel resentment that anything one particular thing cut me off from feeling connected with the world or anything like that. But I just feel the older I've got, I feel the less naive I feel. And I don't mean that in a shitty way. I just feel I don't know, just more yeah, you love people and I value my time with them. I want to be as close to them as possible. But in the end, our ticket could get punched any day, or, somebody can't fuck you over, or, shit happens. I have more of that feeling, and I don't really want to be that way, but it feels just kind of evolved that way.
Yeah. No, I definitely am still a huge proponent of the idea of, you have to look out for you first because no one else is going to.
Yeah, it's defensive.
Even if you have people in your life that would definitely look out for you and you care for you, if there's still, you should always, keep yourself checked first. It's like when, apply your own mask before helping others kind of thing. You know, like you have to keep yourself in check so that you can help others, the people, you know, you care about and the people around you.
It's just,
and you expect them to do it too, because if they, you know, you need them and they're breaking down.
Right.
You know, they're struggling also. It's like you can't, no one's got a leg to stand on, whether it's, you know, emotional or physical.
I just, it felt more cynical than, maybe, I don't know, more cynical than I realized. But it's like I feel like I'm openly very cynical, but when I don't know, when it came like out in that way, it felt a little surprising for me.
Hey man, I'm down to do some full, you know, tell-all conversations. Maybe not
for the memoirs.
Yeah, the memoirs, the Trashcat memoirs. Oh, I sent my dad a picture of the studio after I painted it. He said, he called it the Trashcat cubbyhole.
Oh shit, yeah.
And I was like, well, that's just what it's called now. I can't stop that. That's just what it's called now. That's what I'm going to think of it every time. Especially since my fucking cat loves it in here too.
You got any big secrets, chapters of the memoir?
Man, I really don't. I realized that at my, in the last few years, I realized like my life is such an open book. Like I don't have reasons to like not tell people about shit. Like someone, I used to work with someone and we, you know, just talk shit all the time. And like, I'd tell them like the shit that happened yesterday and like, you know, all this shit that happened. And, like you and me talk about shit all the time. And it's like, I don't see reasons to hold stuff in. If it's like it's like, I'm good at holding other people's secrets. I'm fine with that. But even like trying to like prank someone or like, you know, like not like I can't hold that shit. I can't not fuck that up. So like, I don't know. I don't do, you know, dark shit. I don't know.
Pride is for the weak and shame is for the dumb.
I think if anything, the one dark thing I'm holding inside me is I saw somebody hit a groundhog the other day.
Oh, did it splat?
And no, it hit its head on the bottom of the car.
Oh,
it was really sad, and
that's pretty violent.
It was, yeah, and it was like I had this split moment where I'm about to turn like right over it, and it's like, do I hit it and put it out of its misery, or do I go around it?
That's not enough time to even make that choice.
Exactly. Yeah. So I went around it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't. But it brought back a memory from when I was in high school. I was probably 16. I just started being able to drive without, you know, someone else with a license in my car. And me and David are driving down River Road, and up ahead of us, it was down Kellogg. And we saw I think it was a skunk crossing the road, or it was in the road, and like half of it had definitely been hit. And you can tell like it was on its way out. Yeah. But it had its head up and it was like trying, and
oh no.
It was, and we had, you know, it's a straight road, so we saw it ahead of time, and like I'm looking at David like, do I hit it or do I go around it? Do I mercy kill it or do I go around it? And I ended up hitting it, and it still didn't feel good. No. And it was still probably better.
There's no good
I don't know.
decision.
Yeah, there's no good decision. You still feel bad, but I hit the groundhog and it was like, fuck. You know, you want to tell, like, my instinct was like, you know, someone, when I got to work, you know, when my boss asked me, how's your morning been? I wanted to say something about it because that's just how I do. Like, it's like, oh, well, here's what happened, you know, but.
If you don't want to go around telling everyone.
Yeah, I didn't want to jump into that. It was like, fuck, man, no one wants to hear that shit. And then here I am spouting it out on the podcast. God damn, what a spiral we went into.
Fuck.
How I murdered a skunk.
Oh, shit. There's no good decision.
David, if you're hearing this, let me know if you remember that fucking skunk. It wasn't a skunk?
Dude, have you ever been in somebody's car when they do that shit on purpose, though, and it's like an uninjured animal?
No, I would get out of the fucking car.
I've had that happen more than once.
That's fucking terrible.
It's the worst. And some of them are like, I remember like a dude's dad, like in grade school, like Catholic, like normal dad with multiple kids. And he'd like swerve to hit possums and shit. And like when you're little, it's like, this is weird, but they think it's funny.
Yeah, it's just wrong.
Yeah,
it's so fucked up.
But like, did not know at the time. Like you're like, it's more of a confusing situation than anything. You're like, ha ha, ha. And then later you're like, what the fuck? This dude's like driving around his son and his son's friends and just like murking animals. Like, what the fuck's that dude do at night?
Yeah.
Like, what other shit is that dude into? I want a follow-up story, bro.
That's some Dahmer shit.
Yeah.
I remember pretty vividly, I was young. I don't know how old I was, but I remember the situation where we were driving. I feel like we were on vacation. I don't think we were in Cincinnati. But my dad was driving, and he hit a squirrel. Mm. And you could kind of like hear in his voice his heart dropped when it happened. Like he didn't intend to, of course. And I forget exactly how he said it. I want to say he said something about like, oh, it's going to crawl off on the side of the road and die now. And, find a quiet place to die now. And it's like, it sounds really brutal to say in front of some kids, but I realize like now after having done it, even hitting an animal that wasn't hurt before, by mistake or, by I didn't have a choice. It really does. It rocks you for a minute.
It does.
And it fucks up your whole day for, there was one squirrel I hit while I was driving the truck. And, it started crossing the street, and how they'll jump out and then they'll run back.
Yeah.
And then it jumped out and it started to run back, and then it, started back over across, and it was like, fuck, man. And I was, I'm going in this, big ass fucking food truck. I can't slam on the brakes. It don't work like that. Nah. So
think about how many animals we kill in our lifetime, intentional and unintentionally.
Right.
Like, holy shit. Yeah, that stupid one, like, oh, you eat so many spiders a year in your sleep. Like, that's dumb as fuck. But think about how many things we kill on accident.
Right.
We're just like mass murderers. It's pretty, it's wild.
Actually, I killed a bee the other day by mistake.
I killed a cockroach on purpose today.
Oh yeah, fuck a cockroach. Fuck a cockroach. Fuck flies and gnats.
Yeah.
They can all eat shit. They do eat shit.
I got like 40 souls on my count today.
Spiders.
I like spiders.
I've definitely killed some that I didn't deem worthy, but most of the time I try to not.
Depends on how pretty it is, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's so
one, how pretty it is.
It's so stupid.
Two, how likely it is that, or how much it resembles a brown recluse.
Yeah, like what's the chances of it or its family hurting me later? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Or one that was like in my corner of my entryway and it had laid eggs. I was like, no, sorry, y'all all gotta go.
You and the whole family on the streets.
You done fucked up.
Now, dude, that's a thing. When you said finding a quiet place to die, that is a thing no matter how shitty the movie is. Anytime a character is like gravely wounded and they do the scene where they crawl off and look at a pretty thing while they die, I instantly like that scene and I'm probably good with the movie. Doesn't matter how shitty that movie is. If there's a death scene like that, I'm like, well, you got me. Like, fuck.
I think what it comes down to is you just like to see people die.
Kinda.
I
like that.
It can redeem even a bad movie.
Yeah, bad movie, bad director, bad character, bad acting. As long as
someone dies and they look at a flower.
Yeah, you got me. It's like the easiest trick on an audience.
It's beauty and death.
Yep. Now,
it's a trope.
Now, here's something I've fallen into. More so in the past than now. I feel like for what my style and aesthetic and shit is, I feel like I walk the boundary okay now. But what about the thing with artists who use too many skulls or like death shit?
Oh, you mean edgelords?
Yeah. I mean, I've been guilty of it, but it's a thing. And you can tell, like, even if it's the most beautiful painting or most obscenely good art, if that's all they do, there is something where they've limited the bounds of their creativity or other ways to express the same feelings if you just put a fucking skull on everything.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I can see where you're saying like you have definitely been guilty of it, but I feel like you diversify your skull portfolio by using animal skulls too, and live creatures as well.
I've used every skull picture on the internet. It's a fucking lot. I've used any of them.
But yeah, it's like you said, it's like edgelord shit. It's like seeing that in art reminds me of like music that I listened to in middle school. Like makes me think of like Saliva and Disturbed or fucking even like Drowning Pool. And then I think like how edgy it was then. And then I picture like, oh, but like grown people are listening. There's like grown men that are like jamming to this, and they feel the same angst, whether it's because they're emotionally unstable or not mature. And it's like, it reminds me of my childhood to me, but for them, it's like, yeah, this is real shit right here. And it's like, I don't know. Like it's the same energy I get from it. And that's what I think of now when I listen to it, is like grown people that listen to it, like unironically.
Yeah. Dude, I've met some real life fucking murderers. like no joke, are in prison 25 to life. And if I went through their like if they even had an iTunes shit, oh my god, dude, it's just comedy. Like the baddest motherfuckers ever listening to some goofy ass shit. It's so funny. And it's like,
oh, you mean the Goofy movie soundtrack? There's one good song on the Goofy movie soundtrack.
I've killed 5 men.
Talk shit.
And then you look through their iTunes and they got the Goofy movie soundtrack on there. Oh, fuck. It's so weird, though. I mean, what do you do about that? It's just a dilemma.
Yeah, I don't know. We even like fucking, I mean, remember Spencer's Gifts and fucking Hot Topic when you were a kid, and thinking like, oh, like how dark and edgy it is, and like you go on back of Spencer's and there's like, you know, vibrators and shit, and you're like, oh, you know, I'm not supposed to see stuff like this, and then you get older and you're like, oh, fuck those stores. It's like, it's just it's like all novelty bullshit.
Yeah.
Although I haven't been to Hot Topic in a long time, but apparently it's all anime shit now.
Yeah, it's not the same at all. I mean, it was cheesy as fuck back then, but we were too little to see it the same way. But now it's like, it's a different brand. It's way cleaner. And
it was all body piercings, trip pants, band t-shirts, and Happy Bunny stickers.
That cheap ass jewelry, that buy two get one free because whatever you put this in is infected in a way.
It's made of pure nickel.
Dude, oh man, I'm so excited to potentially have a little bit of money soon because I have so many plans, so many body modification plans.
Yeah, man, fucking go for it. What are you thinking?
I got my back piece designed, and dude, I'm gonna have a significant portion of my body inked between that and a couple other things, like not just like pure black fill, on some shit. But I want to do some other stuff. I don't know what.
So wait. So you're gonna do like completely like all blacked out?
I'm gonna do
murdered out body.
I kind of want to do like bigger portions of things, but I'm gonna do the portrait on my back. I know you've seen this piece before. It's actually my desktop right now, but I have it like framed up right, and I just took a picture. Let's see if it'll. But I want to do. I'm just gonna screen share.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna like have it like windowed, where it's like the square and you do like a rounded cap and spikes. Okay, so like the whole background would be like my entire back blacked out.
Fuck yeah. Dope.
Spend a couple grand on just black fill and pain.
Who the fuck is Black Phil?
He's a great tattoo artist.
Great tattoo artist. Oh, fucking A.
But I want to do something else too. I don't know what, but I'm eager for some changes. Get
those fucking horn implants, dog.
Dude, if I could have done that when I was younger, I definitely would have.
Oh, you definitely would have.
Oh my god. Kind of glad I didn't.
You would have gotten those and then somehow had them pierced.
Yeah, I've seen that. Have you ever seen the, not very many people have done it, but teeth piercings?
Oh, Jesus. God, no. That sounds terrible.
Some of it's cool as fuck, though. Like, the ancient Egyptians, when they
is it like just a stone put into it?
I've seen people actually put rings, but the stones look cooler.
Dude, just get a grill.
I have a grill. I don't like wearing it. It's weird. Like, it's so uncomfortable.
Did you get it out of fucking Northgate Mall or what?
No, I got one a couple of years back that's like a dark silver. It looks cool, but it's not. It's so fucking.
Does it have the fucking Dracula teeth?
No. It's just got a dark silver plate and then like framed with like a black silver. I think it looks dope, but it's so uncomfortable. And I'm always putting shit out of my mouth. Like, I'm always eating. I'm nibbling. I'm smoking. I got dips in. I can't have
fucking
grills.
Drooling all over the goddamn place.
Yeah, and I keep
every time you take it out, it's like a big fucking line of spit.
Yeah, it's
fucking disgusting.
I thought it would be so much easier. But some teeth pierced. That's what the ancient Egyptians did. They had cavities and they'd place pieces of turquoise or limestone and like carved little stones into the cavity to help solidify it. So there's like, they've found skulls where it's like a bunch of the teeth have these like quote unquote piercings. And I think it would look so cool.
I mean, it sounds like it would look cool, but I'm not going to trust the ancient Egyptians on their fucking medical procedure teeth piercings because they didn't have the technology to make mouth molds to make grills out of.
Okay. If you could do one supernatural body mod, like remember the German twins who got one of his arms amputated, the other one had it. Like if you could do whether it's biohacking, gene engineering, like some crazy shit, maybe not like chip stuff, like Elon Musk's brain chip, like maybe like natural, like advanced Nazi shit. Like what would be your
advanced Nazi shit? You can't ask me that and then say, if you want to do some advanced Nazi shit.
Yeah, like you're playing Wolfenstein and you get one body mod.
Honestly, let me think about that a little bit more to get a little wilder with it. But I do like the magnetic fingertip ideas.
Yeah.
The idea that's kind of cool.
New sense.
That could be a pretty neat mod on. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of those things I haven't really thought about. That's like outside my price range. So I don't really think about it.
Damn.
I don't know. Fucking telekinesis. I don't know. Fuck.
Nah, I want to get my back tat, but honestly, the real shit I'd probably go for is I want like some LASIK eye surgery, especially now that I'm looking at a screen for so many hours. Like, I wear my glasses while I'm working,
and then you go to work.
Yeah, but I'm wearing the fucking glasses so long. Like, I would love to get like the inked eyes or like some cat eyes, like some weird shit, blacked out something. But I think for the money, I would go with some like really good eyesight, something. I value my eyes. I think that would be money well spent.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, man,
like
it's pretty dope having good vision, I gotta tell you.
Do you have perfect vision?
Yeah.
Hawkeye over here.
It's better than 20/20 vision.
Spot a worm from a football field away.
I mean, I can definitely read some text from a good fucking distance.
What about newt abilities? Or not newt, salamanders. Like you could lose a limb.
And then it grow back.
Yeah. That'd be fun. Would you just chop things?
I don't lose my limbs that often. It's not that big of a problem in my life.
But what if you could?
I mean, so here's what I picture. In the world where that's a possibility, in the hypothetical world where that's a possibility, it's not impressive. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Because, like, what would you do? Join the fucking circus? Do fucking freak show shit and be like, hey, look, I'll need a participant from the audience. Come up and cut my fucking hand off.
Hey, that's an easy payday.
Fucking in 3 weeks, it'll be back. Hey, good night, everybody.
Dude, did you watch? I know we've talked about potentially reviewing it, but the documentary on gene editing, the DIY dudes.
Nope.
There's there's this one dude and he's done it. I'm gonna butcher the name. It's not myostatin inhibitor, but it's one of the other ones that has a slightly more complex name. But it's the thing that makes, like, you see those pictures of bulls or horses that are overly jacked.
Yeah.
And it's because they have it's like a gene error, kind of like a cancer thing, but you have like this weird inhibitor thing, whatever. And for whatever reason, your body your body isn't told to stop growing muscle. And there was one of these biohackers, just dude doing shit in his kitchen. And it's like, he got that gene, he made a way to edit that gene, and he just started injecting it into one arm without working out any more than normal, and one of his arms got like pit bull ripped. Like, the future of steroid use is not going to be, it'll be gene editing and stuff. Like, there's stuff people are experimenting now with crazy results that you could inject the right gene splice and tell your body to continuously build muscle without doing anything. That'd be cool as fuck.
Now, does muscle growth, I mean, it's got to correlate to a certain degree, but I mean, there's got to be a certain point also where you have to, I mean, if you're growing it, it's your body thinks it's using it. I was going to say, what's the direct correlation between muscle growth and like actual strength to use it?
You can't, I mean,
if you're growing them that way, are you still getting the benefits of, strength training and shit like that?
It depends. I mean, you need the fuel to use them. So if you're, calorie depleted or deficit, you're not going to have the strength, aside from maybe that strong will from our last episode, to really use it. I mean, I would want to be working out crazy if you had a gene splice like that. But if
you wake up all Captain American out and you're fucking ripped all of a sudden.
The biggest problem with new like weightlifter dudes that use way too many steroids too quick is that their joints and different internal aspects like that don't have the time. Like, those take your joints and different shit take longer to grow stronger, like, because they can only get so much stronger. Unlike muscle, they can't grow as big as quick. So if you do a ton of fucking drugs and get huge. You might be able to lift a bunch of shit in theory with your muscles, but your joints can't handle it, and then they often get injured or whatever. So it definitely can depend. But if you had like a slow regimen of some gene splice shit that was like just naturally increasing your muscle retention and growth and like burning an insane amount more calories so you could eat whatever the fuck you wanted to, like there's going to be some cool shit with that, man.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like the same
human evolution.
Yeah, it's the same shit with the kidney transplants though. It'll really divide people into classes of who has money to alter their biology.
Word, yeah.
That's scary.
I mean, we already got, you got money, you can look better. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, speaking of Nazi shit, as I just saw an article this week that to this day, they are still missing, I forget how much it is, but it's a bunch of uranium cubes that the Nazis made. Like could power a nuclear bomb. These cubes of stuff. And it in the comic books, it's the same stuff, same idea that created Red Skull.
Tesseract.
Yeah. And some of it has surfaced at like university test places, but there's a bunch of it just out in the world that's unaccounted for. Pretty wild.
It's some geocaching shit. Let's find it.
Nazi uranium cubes.
So here's another thing. What do you know about geocaching?
I know a little bit, but it just seems so lame unless you put something really fucking cool on those flash drives to make it worth it. That's the only stuff. I know you can like draw a word or. Yeah,
there's like some of that stuff. I guess I didn't really understand what it was before, but I've kind of come to understand that it's like a large scavenger hunt kind of thing.
It could more or less. It could be for anything. I mean, I'm sure pedophiles use it for trading material. I'm sure kids use it for a scavenger hunt. I'm sure you could. Like it'd be fun to deal.
Like, yeah. I'm gonna say it'd be cool to like do like a big cryptic fucking hunt.
Are you talking
weird shit?
What, dude? Have you seen the real world game? What are like the big LARP games where it starts on a website and it's really just a code mystery? It's like the Matrix and Truman Show all rolled into one internet game.
No.
There's like two of them. One was huge though, and like it was fuck, how do you not know this one? It was like the idea was like you would get this multi-million-dollar job at this think tank, and they put out these puzzles.
Yeah. With the moth or the cicada as like a picture.
Cicada one. Yeah. There's another one called like prawns something. I don't think it's still around, but somebody won the cicada one, and it turns out it was all like a marketing ploy related to somebody else who did something very nefarious, but I can't remember. Cicada creator. Oh, he was one of the cicada creators was related to the 4chan people who were involved in the QAnon shit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, that definitely makes sense that it had something to do with 4chan.
Yeah. Was it a woman? A woman was involved in it with this other guy who did stuff for 4chan with QAnon shit. But those games that are kind of LARP, like that go from like a puzzle on the internet into the real world are kind of cool. Like Sarah got way too into it. They're not remastering, they're rebuilding Dead Space on the new platforms. And when they put the trailer out for the rebuild, and it looks fucking gorgeous, but they hid like Morse code in like blinking lights in the background and the flash of his boosters on his rocket boots.
Mm-hmm.
And like they had all these Easter eggs in the Morse code, and like a bunch of people like decode it right away. It's like the...
Yeah, I like that shit. That's fun.
So fucking dope. Like the Marilyn Manson album cover stuff.
There was a series that came out. God damn, when was it? I was gonna say Murder Hornets, but that's not what it is. That's something very different. Okay, so it was like back in 2009. It was a series of videos on YouTube called Marble Hornets.
Okay. Great name.
Are you familiar with this at all?
No.
So it was inspired by like the Slender Man shit.
Oh no.
It's fun. It was good.
That's cool.
I mean, I haven't watched it in a long time, so I don't know if it holds up, but it was definitely fun when I watched it, because I was like watching it as it came out. But it was like this guy with a series of like found videos, and then like, you know, one of his friends like disappeared or something, or, you know, he like, you know, yeah, he disappeared, like he left a bunch of shit, and like no one ever heard from him again. And so he's finding all these like different clues and like all these VHS tapes that he had. Like apparently he was like recording his life all the time because he was paranoid. That's and cool. There's like little stuff that he's like watching the video, and then, be something in the background of the video that he doesn't catch. But like if you watch like 4 or 5 episodes later, he'll bring it back. You know, he'll say like, "Hey, so there's a thing. You know, I saw a bunch of comments online." You know, he was like, the idea was like he was like creating a memoirs as he's investigating all these videos. He's uploading them to the internet and talking about them.
That's fun.
And it seemed real, you know, until, you know, you start seeing some other shit and you're like, okay, that's definitely, but it was really well done.
That's fun. Dude, you know, Stanley Kubrick did a ton of that in his movies.
A little like Easter egg kind of shit? Yeah,
they're like constantly. There's a whole documentary just about the stuff he hid in The Shining. Yeah, because they think a lot of people put it on him that he was the one that shot the fake moon landing.
Oh, cool, yeah.
So he played off that with Easter eggs and different things.
Nice.
Which is funny. But this week, me and Sarah, I text you that night. I think we were going to see Last Podcast on the Left live, and we're driving downtown. We're a block away, and we hear something, and it felt like something slammed the bottom of the car, but it hit whatever it was. It felt like it hit the road, hit the car, hit the road, and instantly oil just starts pouring everywhere, and like I got her to pull over right away. Like I threw a traffic cone and we pulled over, just barely making it over the trolley tracks. And all the oil was all over the tracks. I'm like, oh my fucking God. And the oil cap shot off, like exploded off. Like all the oil in the car was on the road.
God damn.
And we're like, oh, is this about to like go up in flames or what? So we missed the show, of course. But like they do all kinds of like ghost stuff, paranormal stuff. Like they covered Slender Man early on, but like there's so many podcast, YouTube things that will cover that kind of stuff, and I think it's really fucking stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
It's really frustrating.
Well, I think also for me, it's like most horror movies, they're not scary to me.
No.
You know, there's a few of them that's, you know, like, of course you get the ones like with the jump scares, and it's like, that's not scaring. That's not scary. It's startling.
Did you see The Witch?
No, but I've definitely started it a couple of times and I want to watch it.
You'll like it.
It looked like something I would like. And I couldn't get past the first like 10, 15 minutes of it. And it was like, just couldn't get into it whenever I was doing, but
you would like, it's one of the few recent-ish ones that actually gave me the heebie-jeebies a little bit, but it wasn't for the normal reasons, and this won't ruin it. It's not a big spoiler. I guess it's a little one. But I swear to God, that movie is the closest you will see on film of a baby being molested. Which I don't know how the fuck they shot it. Like if it's models, cat knocked over something. Models, CGI, whatever.
Is it
but
worse than Serbian film?
no, it's actually not, because it's like not sexual. Like, it's not like fucked up. It really doesn't feel like that, like fucked up, like as like a sex abuse thing with a child, but it's just creepy. Like, it just like really can get your skin crawling. And it was like, it was one of the few horror movies where I left like, they did a fucking good job of what they were trying to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those, I feel like that gets me more than anything. That, you know, obviously like the real monsters, you know, like fucking actual people, that's more scary.
Wait.
But than any monster or ghost or demon could ever be.
Yeah. It's like following your like local city or state serial killer or just like regular murders is way more interesting than a fucking Slender Man.
Yeah.
I just don't get why everybody like pumps those ghost shit. Like, how could you be like a proud atheist science person, free thinker, and then be super into ghost paranormal shit?
Can I give you a secret? The people that are pumping that shit are not scientist atheist people.
I think I disagree. I think most of the people that make content on that.
Maybe making it, but the people that are like raving about it.
Yeah,
they're not.
But there's a ton of like, you know, like kid Satanists or like kids into like all cult shit that are all like hyped about like the new paranormal documentary or like.
Yeah, but they're fucking little kids. They don't know.
Yeah. Just wish it wasn't such a thing.
Well, they're fucking kids. Let them believe in something, I guess, before the whole world crashes around them.
Tooth Fairies and Slender Man.
Tooth Fairies. That's another horror movie. Is a Tooth Fairy.
What about Teeth?
Oh, I haven't actually seen Teeth.
You'd like that one.
I heard mixed reviews on it.
It's
I heard
good, bad.
Of course, obviously, it's like there's no way it's not funny. There's no way there's not funny shit in it.
It's not that funny.
Really?
You know, it's got, I mean, because of what it is, you get a couple kicks, calves, whatever, laughs, because, you know, it's a chick with teeth in her vagina. But it's more, and it's not like overly serious, but it more feels like an indie movie.
Is it? So I was going to say, is it like, the idea of it made me think of, because it came out around the same time as like Human Centipede.
No,
like the first act.
I think it's like an old movie. I think it was like 80s. Or my
Teeth? No, you are super wrong on that. That came out when we were in high school.
2007. Was there an original before that?
Maybe. I didn't know about it though.
No, I'm tripping. I think you're right.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Yeah, there's an older version, I think. This is 2007.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's one before that.
Let's talk about Human Centipede for a minute.
Dude, the first one was fucking great.
The first one was great. The second one was fucking disgusting. It wasn't bad for that reason, but it was definitely fucking disgusting.
Did you see the 3?
I saw 3.
And it's in the prison?
Yeah.
Was it good?
It was fun.
More Saul-ish than...
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Which, you know, I think after the whole ride that movie series went on, it was fine.
Yeah.
It started off being, it was so fucking ridiculous, you know. And the way they went into the second one was really good, except there's that scene where he's like in the room. It's like the overhead camera of him like in a room full of people, and he's just like knocking them all out. That was fucking terrifying. That was pretty wild. Mm-hmm. But I think the rest of it was just like, it wasn't even that it was scary so much. It was just like, oh, this is just fucking gross. Yeah.
I'm glad somebody's making that shit though, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it's not my favorite.
I feel like that's some of the stuff. It's like, it takes someone who's like into the horror genre And like they're able to make something that's like, I feel like there's no way that they made the first one even without going like, this is Buck Wild just for the sake of being Buck Wild.
You know,
like it's funny to us how fucking ridiculous this is.
You know what started the first movie? This was actually, I listened to a couple interviews with the director. Him and his friends were at a bar or some shit, and they're having a conversation of like how society should punish pedophiles.
Okay.
And
I think I remember this.
Yeah, I forget that he worded it really well, but they were trying to come up with the most fucked up way to like punish a pedophile, and it's somehow morphed into sewing them together kind of thing, and then inspired
Anus
the
to
idea.
mouth.
Yeah, it's fun.
Did you ever see the Epic Mealtime recreations of it?
I don't think
Where
so.
they there is one they made a they call it a turbacon or something like that instead of a turducken, where it's a chicken, or it's a Cornish hen stuffed inside of a chicken, stuffed inside of a duck, stuffed inside of a turkey, and then they put that inside of a pig.
That
and
makes me feel sick.
And then they made 10 of them, and then they sewed them anus to mouth, and then roasted them all like that.
Oh my god!
It was sort of like, it was like when their height of their shit, and they were like, having a 8 million subscriber party or some shit.
They kind of fell off, didn't they?
Yeah, they're still making videos though.
Good for them.
They're still, I think each video they come out and they're like, we told you we'd be doing this shit for forever, and we're going to do it forever every Tuesday.
That's awesome though. Like,
yeah,
to get your YouTube money early and then be able to do it for the fun of it for the rest of your life. Like, that's cool as fuck, man.
They really did pave the way for like YouTuber shit.
I don't know if they're that early.
They were that early. They were at the fucking beginning of YouTube. Maybe not the very, very beginning, but they were one of the first viral fucking channels.
I'd give it to you. They're definitely early. I just don't know. I don't know who really was like the first people to succeed like that. I don't know.
Dude, they had a bacon sponsor.
Man.
Yeah, I think they definitely over through time, even if they weren't the first to make it successful, they were long-term, being successful from YouTube. Getting paid from it.
YouTube's where the eyes are at. Like, we put one up there, and definitely was a mistake, but no one's going to see it unless we try to build that channel. But
you say it definitely was a mistake?
I tried to say it wasn't, but
yeah, I don't think it was. It was we're working on it.
But we can't succeed with that route unless we go full in. It is so competitive, and it's hard. But the audience is like so much bigger there. But it's just, I think with what we're doing in a podcast, it's just, we'd have to devote so much time and actually make all the videos. I think it's unfortunate. It's going to be hard for us to utilize it without unless we were at the point where this was our jobs kind of thing,
Now, here's I want to make you guess some shit. So from what I understand, 8 million subscribers is where Epic Mealtime has topped out, and they've gone over it, and but it fluctuates back and forth.
Solid.
Yeah. So 8 million was about the bar for what their highest was. Where do you think they're at now? Keep in mind they've been around. Let me get the actual stats here about when they started and what their peak was.
I'm guessing it's 3 to 4 million.
It's debuted in October 2010.
I mean, they can't have gone up. It's got to be 3 to 5, half their audience.
You think it's half of their audience is remaining?
Yeah.
They have 6.97 million subscribers.
That's better than I thought. That's solid.
That's really good.
A bunch of those may be inactive. I bet each year they get purged a couple 100,000. Unless they're still I mean, they have to be growing to some extent still, even if it's a net loss. So I mean,
Now,
good for them. That's fucking dope.
their
Have you ever seen Social Blade?
Social Blade, no.
I'm not sure if you need an account or if you have to be logged into your YouTube, but you can see a YouTube page, all of YouTube, Instagram, whatever. You can see all of their analytics. It's really cool.
That is dope.
Yeah, like it'll show you everything on curve graphs and time comparisons, engagement rates.
Their most popular video, I think this is actually their first one. I might be wrong on that, but I think this is their first video. It's called Fast Food Lasagna. It has 32 million views.
Solid.
So what that means probably is that not that 32 million people watched it, but probably half of that watched it more than once for sure.
Yeah.
Their most recent upload came out yesterday. 28,000 views.
See, that seems a lot more realistic.
Yeah.
But see, dude.
But even ones that are like a few weeks old, like you'll see like they're going up to like 80-something thousand views.
Right now, there's all these documentaries and reporting on Tim Pool. Do you know?
Who?
Tim Pool.
The name sounds familiar, but I'm not.
He's a stupid political commentator. If you like Tim Pool, don't fucking listen to our podcast. Go fuck yourself. He's a stupid political dude that came up through Vice and through covering the what's the thing? The bank protests in like 2008 when the economy collapsed. The
bailouts.
Yeah, the whole movement around that.
The 1% shit.
Yeah,
Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah, he came up covering that and then did like Vice or one of those fucking channels, and he became really big. But right now he's got like 10 million subscribers on YouTube, and he's considered one of the biggest independent news reporters because he does both sides, even though he claims to be left, but all his views are Republican, and he has skyrocketed. Like every major alternative news platform is doing some sort of coverage about how popular he is right now. Because like the Tucker Carlsons and people are kind of falling by the wayside a little bit. You know, the younger people are looking for something newer, and for whatever reason, a ton of people are going with Tim fucking Pool, who never can take his beanie off, even when he's on CNN.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed on every single picture.
Yeah, he's so irresponsible. He'll interview like Nazis and shit and not say that's what they are, or even know that's what they are. Like, just total hack. But he records 12 hours a day, so he's famous. But like, his videos have insane amount of views, and he ad bots the shit out of them, or has at different points. Like, it's really deceiving to know, like Epic Meal, like that newest video, they have almost 7 million followers, and in 24 hours, they only got 28K views. So a bunch of their views are residual, or people who genuinely like their stuff and come back, or it spreads virally and things like that, and it grows. But if YouTube's become so algorithm, it's such a game on how you can hype something up or make it seem highly engaged through ad botting or whatever the fuck you're doing, that if you get it to be like the trending thing, they will just fucking pump your material everywhere. It's a weird game, man. I don't want any part of that. The whole I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I don't.
Unless you're already on a certain level, it's just so dog eat dog.
What I don't understand are all the people that are famous for
dumb takes.
Just the dumbest shit.
Being fucking small-minded.
It's one of those things where it's like, man, I know I'm smarter than that motherfucker. Like, I know I could bring something. If I had that kind of a platform, I could do better shit than they do. It's like, I don't. It's like, but you know, I don't know. Like, how do you get started at this point? If you didn't get started 10 years ago on the YouTube game, it's hard to get fucking started now.
Very hard. I mean, honestly, what we're doing is a very modest way to gain some momentum. The people that succeed in it now, really the only way, like if you've been doing it 10 years, you're at the time and the place, right? You pretty much guaranteed you'd have this audience at this point. If you kept it going with any form of consistency, you could have built something by now. So the new people have to make up for that time. And really, that has all kind of changed directions where you have to be a streamer. Like you still can successfully YouTube and build, but you have to be covering very specific material that is engaging to a target audience, and normally that's with strictly political stuff, or you're just covering reviews of what all the other popular political or social people put out, you know? So most of the people that are finding success now, they're making up for that lost time by streaming 10, 12 hours a day on Twitch and mirroring it to their YouTube. Their editor takes all their streams and cuts them up and then puts them onto YouTube, and you just are covering so much material and watching. Like, they can get away with stuff that would be a copyright strike in a YouTube video, but because they're streaming, it's different because it's a smaller portion of the screen. They got comments coming in, they're talking to review it. Sometimes the original video creator lets them do it on their stream, so they can do like a whole internet documentary and speak over it with the chat room going, and then they don't get copyright strikes. So it's all stream world shit, video games and politics.
Even you know, Drawfee. So like two of the people from Drawfee, they make their own like they do like game streams, and they like three of them do, but one of them or the two of them in particular are really popular on YouTube and Twitch. But even they were like, we're thankful that we can do this because we have a built-in following through Drawfee already.
Right.
Like, you know, they basically started square one with, 30,000 subscribers. Like right off the bat. It's like, I don't know.
The other way I see people, a couple people I've known who have done it successfully, it's about money.
I mean, yeah.
That's the way. That's the way I've seen people who probably wouldn't have got there without it get there.
If fucking Markiplier and PewDiePie can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit makes me mad.
They both sometimes have some okay stuff. They're both idiots too. But.
Better than other ones, I can agree. Mm-hmm. Fucking Paul's. Neither one of them is impressive at all.
I'm so pissed T. Woodley lost that fight, bro.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I've watched everyone. I've stolen every one of those fights just because I want to see them lose so bad. It's so frustrating. It's such a joke, though. It's not even fucking real.
Right.
But it is entertaining.
Don't get me wrong. I like boxing. It's like,
I don't even like
for the sake of, I like it more than MMA.
What?
I do.
What is wrong with you?
I don't like watching dudes grapple on the ground for 5 minutes and then get breaking up, and then they get back up on their feet, and then they stand up for a minute, and then they're back in wrestling mode.
Honestly, that's like 1/3 of the fights. They push.
That's
so
most
hard.
of the ones that I've seen.
Dude, that's how I felt when I first got into it. Like, I really felt that way for a while. But if you know, like, watching those dudes who are so fucking good at jiu-jitsu and wrestling, like, they're fucking playing chess. Like, it is crazy the shit some of those dudes do.
And that I can agree with, but it's not. It doesn't keep my attention.
But that's why the most popular fighters are, like, all stand-up. Like, that, if McGregor was fucking doing grappling, no one would have wanted to watch him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of the dudes now, they try to stay on their feet as much as possible, and then you'll get like specialists who like ground game shit. But boxing it is so much more boring to me because you have no dynamic striking with kicks and like real quick movement, and they're constantly hugging on each other to break up the pocket shit. So the ref it takes 15 seconds. I'd rather have to watch him on the ground for 2 minutes, do some strategic shit, than every exchange go into a hug where the ref has to be like, all right, I know there's only 30 seconds on this round before this bell rings, but I'm going to break up your hug for 10 seconds. That makes me want to just go crazy.
Now, here's really what I like. And, you know, rather than MMA versus boxing, fucking highlight reels on YouTube.
Of fights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In general, it doesn't matter if it's boxing or MMA or whatever. I would rather, instead of watching a full fight, which I've done before, action. You know, I've watched plenty of pay-per-view fucking fights and shit at like bars and, you know, with friends and shit like that. But like, it's not, I would rather just go fucking find a fucking clip after clip of some dope shit.
Honestly, I really like pirating a good fight. Because half the
you just
fight,
like being a pirate.
I know half the fight is trying to keep the stream going. You're in chat rooms with strangers. You're trading links. The feds are shutting things down. You're hopping servers. It's a blast. And then like the audio goes out, and then you got your backup going. You're hitting people. Dude, it's so much fun. And then you're with like 400 people reacting to it live, just like losing their shit. It's so fun.
I had to do that with World Cup when I was in
what's World Cup?
World Cup? Fucking soccer? And I was in Canada and I didn't have cable, and I had internet, but I couldn't. The thing was like, oh, you can, if you have a, you know, cable account, you can watch it on this site and you can watch it on this site. And I was trying to watch it with a bunch of friends. We were going to have a party and like watch it. And I realized, oh fuck, I don't have the ability to. So I'm like streaming it from this fucking website. It wasn't that shitty. It worked. So
the feds are good at it now, bro. They are.
Oh yeah, this was also like 10, years ago.
The big thing now is Discord servers mirroring a member stream. So you have one person pirating it and then mirroring their screen on Discord, or like somebody on Twitch mirroring the pirated video from their to their Twitch from somebody else's Discord. So you have whole server chains of hundreds of people migrating server to server. As they get shut down, you have like 3 more people stream it. It's fucking wild.
It does sound like a fun thing to be a part of.
It's exciting.
Yeah. It does sound exciting, actually.
Yeah. It's stupid as fuck. I mean, it's like, if you have the money, it's way better to just buy it. But
yeah, I was going to say, it sounds, for me, it sounds like it could be a lot of fun if I didn't give enough of a shit about the content. Because, like, if I'm missing out on the content that I'm trying to watch, then I get pissed.
Same. As long as you're winning at it.
Yeah. if you're watching it, you're good.
As soon as you're losing, not so fun.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm even, I've started being more active on, like, run button streams.
That's
like
fun.
Chat. I never used to chat
some friends
in the shit, but like if they've been doing a lot more live streams and stuff with like the snooze button and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I like getting involved in the chat, even if it's just goofy little comments and, shit they say, and then, I'll crack a joke or something. It's fun because it's also a lot of their audience is like this. A lot of the same people in chat that have been in the chat for like 6 years, like, since I've been watching. So like, I feel like I
know them.
Yeah, I know these people too. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Chat's like, where it's at, bro.
These are my friends. They live on the internet.
So that's what I was saying about
whenever I close my browser, they die.
All right. So enough of the internet world. What the fuck else? What are we doing?
That's all there is, Steven.
Dude,
It's just the series of tubes.
Man, I miss being in the sun as much as I normally am.
Oh man, it was fucking beautiful out today. That is the number one benefit of this job is like I'm outside a bunch. And even though some days it's like really hot and shitty, it's still so much better than being stuck inside of a dimly lit kitchen.
Yeah, so far I like being, I mean,
fucking
compared to
huffing deep fryer grease.
Compared to the work I've done all my adult life, this is so much better, but I really do miss like the physical aspects. This is by far the most pale I've ever been. It's very odd. But I mean, it's so much better than dying in the heat every day. But I definitely miss, like, I'm working out throughout the day to not feel like trash. Or else
that's good. At least you're doing that.
Yeah. Because my exercise bike's like 5 feet away, so it's like if I don't, I'll feel like shit.
Looking forward to. There's always like what I've learned about moving different places now is like what I'm interested in is like what does this place look like during different seasons? Like what should I expect? You know,
a long game.
Well, that's it's a quality of life thing, especially when, winter is, 9 goddamn months long. You have to be able to know, like, okay, well, how many pine trees are there? How many fir trees are there that have some kind of a green or some color to them? Because otherwise everything's going to be gray. And that gets, really shitty really fast. And like how, you kind of learn to, at least for me, like I've learned to look for that shit because I realized a few jobs ago that I was going, most of my depression and my anxiety was stemming from the fact that I hadn't seen anything alive in like 6 months. It was just like I went to my apartment building and it was just a, concrete fucking parking lot. There's no, there was no trees or any kind of, landscaping out front or any shit like that. And then I'd go to my job, which was also just a big fucking concrete, industrial area. And then, inside of a fucking dimly lit kitchen from morning to night. And then I'd leave and it was really shitty. That fucked me up a lot. So I look more for greenery shit in the wintertime or try to find something like that. I'm going to start putting up a fucking, what do they call them? Goddamn, like flower boxes outside my window. I consider doing that with like, even like fake fucking plants. Yeah. Just something green that I can look out the window and see.
See, for me, I kind of don't give a fuck about what's outside, like of my direct surroundings, but I just recently, this year, last 2 years, I finally started to understand house plants. That's been a game changer for me.
Yeah, I got my first house plant here, and I haven't killed it yet. I got an orchid. Yeah. And she's doing good so far. It's been 3 weeks now.
That's awesome.
Doing good. Not dead yet. And my cat was sniffing at it, and I was waiting for her to try to attack it and try to bite it, and she didn't. I was gonna, have to back her up off of that, but she didn't even fuck with it, so that's good.
I have I think 3 or 4 succulents, some catnip plants,
nice,
and a couple century plants, which is like
century plants are cool.
Yeah, they bloom once a century before they die.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Such a cool gift.
There's one we got, they were kind of prominent in Florida, but we found one up here and we gave one to, I gave one to, my ex's mom, and she, it's a Christmas cactus and it blooms every winter. Like usually around, in Florida, it's like around Christmas time is when it blooms. and it's got, there's white ones and pink ones I've seen that have all the, and the yellow ones, I think. And it kind of looks like a big bed of like thorny vines and shit. And then most of the time, and then, it'll start to put little buds out and then bloom for like a week or so. And then it's gone. But up here, I guess because of the weather and the long winters, like it'll bloom like a few times a year. And they've had it for like almost 5 years now.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool ass plant.
Dude, aloe vera.
Oh yeah, man, those are fucking kick ass.
Those are so cool. I would get sunburnt, every fucking summer at the start of the season, and I'd cut the leaves off of them, and that's so cool, dude. I think we've talked about it. The aloe drinks.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is the ultimate thirst quencher.
I haven't really gotten big into them. I've had one. I was like, it's all right.
I drink at least one a week. That's fair. Jam.
My my ex's mom. I was talking about my ex's dad. Gets them by the case at the fucking Asian grocery store up here. There's one brand in particular he likes.
Is it the green bottle?
It's a small green bottle. It's like a square shaped.
I know it. Yeah.
But he can only find them there, and he gets them. I hadn't really gotten into them too much. When I go to if I'm gonna go buy something to drink, it's usually at a fucking gas station or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm reaching for that Arizona.
Dude, I think I have a feud building with one of the gas station guys at the UDF right up the street.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think it's going to escalate into something.
Tell me.
I really do. He's just a fucking asshole. He's just always a fucking dick to me. And I about said something the other day, and then today, right before recording, went to get my caffeine, little calorie-free Monster watermelon, and I'm 99% sure he just wouldn't give me the discount, buy two, get one, third free. I've been buying them there for months.
Yeah.
And he just wouldn't ring it up that way. And he won't reply to what I say half the time, and he'll just stare at me to like fuck with me. Like it's turning into like a real thing.
What'd you do to this man?
Nothing. He just doesn't like how I look, so he just like he started making fun of me for a bit, and I'm like, motherfucker, like I'll say something like kind of small, and he just keeps like pushing it. I'm like, this is gonna turn into something, dude. Like, fuck you. I know where you work. Like, what are we doing?
God like, damn.
I'm always like courteous at a gas station. Gas station people, their lives are miserable. You have
motherfucker, give me my discount on, or give me the sale price on my goddamn energy drinks, and while you're at it, make me a chocolate goddamn malt. You bitch.
Dude, that's the worst though, when you keep going to a place and it's like you see like the one person there who who's working and is going to be rude, and you're like, this just fucking ruined my whole trip here.
Yeah.
So it's the worst.
Gotta find a new UDF, man.
I know. Well, whenever you die in Cincinnati, you respawn at the nearest. I saw somebody write that the other day, and I was like, that's the fucking best thing I've ever heard.
Oh, god damn it. That's fucking really funny.
So, all right.
Fucking A.
We got Bobby Rose, Bob Ross coming up. We need
Bobby
a good
Rose. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's Pete Rose's little brother.
Bobby Rose.
Bobby Rose. We need a good philosophy. We need something. I liked so far. I've really liked like of recent stuff. The vegan one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my brother started going full vegan now too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when he picked me up when the car broke down the other day, he wouldn't even eat graters. Like,
oh shit!
This motherfucker's doing it for real. Then.
All right, hey John. Hit me up for some recipes, man. I can make the dope shit.
He'll probably.
I've been doing it for a minute. I can make a whole Thanksgiving dinner that's completely vegan.
He'll probably ask you for some things, but he's like,
you want sleazy food? You want healthy food? Like, let me know. I'll take care of you.
He goes like Staples stuff. He does it smart for like not having the money a lot of times.
Yeah.
He does a lot of like Staples stuff.
Just fucking rice and beans.
Kind of. But yeah, he'll do a lot of stuff like that where it's just the bare minimum.
That's fine. I can work with that too.
I bet I'll hit you up. I'll tell him. So I like the vegan one and free will a lot because they were challenging. I'd like a good. We know it's a busy week for us both, but like a good challenging
moral-ish kind of
conundrum. Yeah.
Let's think about that. Shit.
I don't want to do this per se, but like the ethics of entering, leaving, and potentially re-entering Afghanistan is interesting. I wouldn't want to do that, but like that's far too much.
Yeah, that would be I'm way in over my head.
Completely
agree. What the fuck I'm talking about.
But something in that where it doesn't even have to be like modern, but something that is that same kind of challenge. Like an idea. We need the right idea.
I'm Googling hot controversial issues.
Only the hottest, sexiest, most controversial.
Oh, Jesus fuck. Okay. All of these are bad. One of them's not so bad, but most of them are bad.
Are you familiar with any of the Christian stuff?
Christian?
Yeah.
Is that like 4chan, but for Christians?
No. It's a very interesting internet story, though. Those who know already know.
Oh, goddamn. So number 1 is civil rights. Number 2, censorship and freedom of speech. They're trying to censor us, Steven. That's why we don't have as many plays as we expected. We have way more than I expected. Let's be real.
Yeah, I agree. YouTube shit is getting weird. Like, freedom of speech on the internet is a difficult area, but it isn't what the assholes say it is either.
Yeah. Climate change. I think that could be, I don't know, could be a fun thing to talk about. I think that we both agree.
Yeah.
About what's going on. Here's a perspective way to look at it. So, like, obviously we need to make a difference to, make the climate a better place. But, when it comes to a certain point in your head, do you feel like sometimes like, maybe the Earth's got to take one for a team sometime because I don't feel like washing these dishes, so I'm going to get some paper plates.
Yeah, with protein shakes, bro. Oh, like fuck cleaning a shaker. That shit's for the bird.
What the fuck do you mix it in?
You get a styrofoam cup with a lid, shake that bitch.
Okay.
Throw away spoon.
Well, I was gonna say, even if you like buy the pre-made ones,
no.
It's like making waste and stuff like that.
You gotta make it fresh. But I use a shaker cup. But if I had the money, I would never clean that shaker cup. It's disgusting.
I mean, I agree.
It smells like animal protein that has decayed. If you leave it out for 2 hours.
Even vegan ones smell like animal protein that's decayed.
Yeah.
The death penalty and capital punishment.
Did you get the link I sent you?
I did. Accelerationism? I
think this could be... Are you familiar?
No.
So, accelerationists are the type of people... I may be misunderstanding this, but it's a perspective or philosophy on how to address different things. So the idea is to accelerate something as fast as you can till the outcome that would have happened anyway or whatever is ultimately going to happen. So like an accelerationist with global warming would be like, fuck it. Let's pump as much bullshit into the fucking sky as possible and get as much energy and money out of this world before it implodes.
Right.
Now, it gets weird because a bunch of it is political, because primarily it's political accelerationism, and a lot of these people are like racists or like people.
Oh, good.
Yeah, like they'll use it to like justify like ideas of hatred to like say fuck it, let's do all this shit as quick as we can because the United States is going to crumble anyway. There's a bunch of different ways.
Let's just do the race war. Let's just do it.
Exactly. Like there are people that use like, let's put this policy in place because we know the left is going to fucking riot over it and the right, and then we can rebuild new shit. Like let's destroy this country with as much to gain from it as possible because we have to rebuild anyway. But
the faster we get to the Mad Max scenario where you use me as a fucking blood bag on your Honda Civic.
I thought that was so funny.
That was fucking really good.
I wouldn't specifically want to talk about it like politically, but I think there could be some interesting ideas. Like what I like about acceleration is I'm not like behind it, but like what I like about it is the embrace of chaos. And most of the people who are like into it are doing it pretending to be into it for nefarious means, but it's kind of like anarchy shit. Like I like that embrace of chaos, that aspect of it, not the idea itself. Anarchy could be fun.
I'll read a couple more of these here. One is Social Security.
Nah, we're not gonna have it.
No.
It's not gonna be there.
So this is this is a list of the 25 most controversial topics today. It's on a website called Academic Influence.
Those are top. A topic could get us there, but we need
exactly something within. Yeah. Now I didn't realize that this was a controversial topic. Really. I guess I recognize that it's a thing that people get up in arms about, but I don't understand why it's a thing that people get up in arms about. Women's rights.
What do you mean?
Like, are we still talking about that? Is that still a thing that we're?
It's a huge thing.
Well, I know it's still a huge problem. What I'm saying is, like, why is it still a huge problem?
Dude, I forget what it is. I think it's one of the amendments hasn't been updated. Like, women's voting still isn't like a national inherent right, but every state has made it. It's some shit like that where it's like unbelievable that it like, even if it has no practical application, like lynching was just like in the last 2 years taking off as or finally added as like a federal crime.
Yeah,
like
I did see that. Yeah,
every state had changed it. There's something about that with women's rights still. Like it's crazy. Like
it's one of those, like, whenever I see people with the 1776 stickers on the back of their car, like that's exactly what I think of, is shit like that, where it's like they didn't have it perfect 300 years ago.
I don't even really know what that
it's
is.
Saying like the original founding fathers and the Back to America and what it stands for.
Yeah, they're the people like, yeah, it's a Christian nation.
Yeah, exactly.
Get
shit like that. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
All fucking slave owners and shit. Like, and I even like, I don't even know if it's fully fair to hate on them just for that. Like, I mostly do, but I understand like that history has changed and like I'm not saying what I want to say, but the idea of like, oh, they should be like honored people, like fucking like little saints and shit. Like they fucking weren't good people just because they founded the fucking country. Like even if you take away slave owning, which I wouldn't want to take from what they did or didn't do in their lives, but like, I don't know, it's just all so fucking stupid to be like, oh, Christian nation, Christian ordeals. Like, there's a reason none of that is fucking in the Constitution. Like,
it's all bad.
It's so frustrating.
Labor unions, the Electoral College.
Would you ever want to do something vaxy? We've really steered away from that.
What, like vaccines?
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny you say that because it was the next fucking thing that came up on my list here. I mean, I'm down.
These fucking idiots that won't get it, man.
Do you hear about the all the people that are taking fucking horse dewormer?
It's so crazy that you'd be okay taking ivermectin or whatever the fuck, but you're not okay with a vaccine.
Yeah.
Like, it's so stupid. I hope it's the hog virus. All these fucking right-wing hogs are just dying of it. It's fucking awesome. In a way, it's really fucking cool how many people are dying, because it's like mostly stupid people now.
It's fucking Darwinism.
Jesus fucking... I mean, it's so sad, but...
Yeah.
At least, you know, now it's mostly people who are refusing to get the vaccine. Mostly.
Yeah. I feel like that's another one. It's like, it's hard because we agree so well on that.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't want to preach vaccine shit for an extended amount of time either.
Yeah.
Not even very pro-vaccine either. Like, I do like appreciate people being skeptical, but it's just like about not being stupid.
I'd say if you wanna listen to a podcast about people talking about vaccines, listen to Sawbones.
Yeah,
one of them's actually a doctor. Sorry, Steven. I gave up your cover. Hey. Nuclear energy.
I like nuclear. I think we should be doing more.
Do you want to have a record of our opinions and our thoughts on reparations and how they should be done?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. It's one of those like, my opinion doesn't matter in that. My thoughts don't. Like, there's no comment that I could lend to that's going to help or make a change.
It sucks, man. Like, the people before us fucked it up so bad. Like, I don't feel opposed, but I don't even know where to start. And
yeah, exactly. Like, there's so much organization to be done.
If somebody smarter than me can figure out good answers, I'm all for it. But I feel like I would embarrass myself. I'm not opposed to speaking about it, but I feel like I'd embarrass myself.
Yeah, that's exactly that.
We're dummies.
Yeah, we're just fucking chuckle fucks. We don't know the fuck we're talking about.
For some reason, I really want to. I liked ivermectin. It's a good word. Something. It is related to the ethics of worms.
The ethics of worms.
Something that worms do.
Fuck, man.
I want some parasite worm ethics.
We can always. I don't know. We can find some. I mean, even. I guess we kind of talked about that with the vegan thing, is like the food chain and like.
Yeah, of sentience and.
Fuck. We've talked about all the things, Steven.
I feel like there's something in like feeding. Like, what if you killed somebody and you fed them to a bunch of. Oh, for a podcast. No, but imagine you killed.
Like there's something in, like, what if you killed somebody? That's a picture and you just stop right there. Sorry, continue.
What if you killed a really good person, right? Like a really good person who didn't deserve to die. And then you have a bunch of these worms, right? And what level of sentience do they have? Maybe they're good worms, maybe they're bad worms. And you feed this good person's corpse to this bucket of worms. Now, where is our moral responsibility to the worms? Maybe they can't help their true nature and devour this good person. But are they now, have we corrupted their morality?
No, because they're worms. Asked and answered. They don't know. They don't know human There's okay. Maybe deep and behind many layers, but maybe.
Okay. What about ant colony shit? How they all work.
What about ant colony shit?
You know how they all work in sync? They build these massive massive buildings, and they have different chambers where they do the different food processing. And despite being totally separate individual creatures, by using pheromones and the chain of neuroconnectivity, they act as one body, where like the warriors go cut the fucking leaves, carry it back. You have guards, you have different chambers. Some of them digest the leaf, the other ones spit it out. They turn it into food for the queen. It's fucking crazy. They're like telepathic, and like, do you think people are that way in your big hallway?
Okay.
It's
basically
different,
up until
obviously.
you said that last line, I was like, so you want to do an audio version of a National Geographic episode?
And the ant and the leaf cutter cuts the leaf and brings it to the queen.
New Patreon content idea.
Dude,
You
we're
talk.
never having a Patreon.
We have so many ideas for Patreon. You do an entire episode in a British accent.
I couldn't do it. What's the awesome
you do it.
director?
You make an audiobook of.
I'm
We already said
British.
we're gonna make an audiobook of
I'm
the
British.
Book of the Law.
What's the
What's-
what's the famous director that does the old school documentaries, and he has the most boring fucking voice in the world? I know you know him by name. He did the volcano one. He did the Jewish one. He did the baseball one. It's the most famous documentary director.
Director or
Yeah.
commentary or narrator.
Both. He does both. I know you know his name as soon as you hear it. Most famous documentary. He does voiceovers for anything on people.
David Attenborough.
No, Werner Herzog.
Oh, is that what he does?
You know Herzog. You've heard his voice
Yeah.
thousands of times. I promise.
You know who I think
So-
of when I hear Herzog
Fucking boring.
is the fucking weather guy from some channel in Cincinnati.
I've actually heard that before. Dude, he makes such good fucking films, but I have never listened to a more fucking boring human being. His voice is dreamy, great to fall asleep to, but if you want to learn something interesting in a dynamic documentary, he's not the one who should be fucking narrating it. I don't get it. He's a great person too. He's cool as fuck. But god damn, that voice is sleepy. Sleepy man.
You know, I said something about the Herzog on what was his name? Something. God damn it, I don't remember. Something Herzog. Anyways, it made me think of. I want to give I was gonna say I want to give a shout out to Cammy Dierking because she's also one of the fucking
Oh yeah.
people I remember from that. It's like was a news anchor throughout my entire life.
I have no idea who that is, but
Cammy Dierking, you would absolutely know who she was if you saw her.
dude,
She was on Good Morning Cincinnati for 13 years with John Lomax and meteorologist Steve Horsemeyer.
I doubt I've watched 30 seconds of it ever.
Oh, man.
I can't stand the news, like real news.
I used to
can't
watch it
stand
when I was younger, like just in the morning.
I totally get it. I just, for whatever reason, I've had this severe aversion.
She was the first female sportscaster in the tri-state area.
Is she? She's not the one that was a Bengal.
Oh, I don't think so.
No,
I don't know.
Somebody in Cincinnati news stuff was a Bengal or something.
I don't know. She just left last year to be a personal trainer.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
She worked 31 years at Channel 12.
I'm glad she has a fan.
Yeah. Shouts out to Cammy Dierking. Cammy Dierking, if you listen to this and you want to get on the podcast, let us know.
What does this come to?
Hit us up at trashcats@gmail.com.
The wheels are completely off. Oh, fuck.
That being said, also Steve Horsemeyer You can also hit us up. I'm sorry, we used to call you Steve Horseshit.
Oh, God.
Oh, fucking A.
So we got no topic and we like a news anchor from Cool.
Tangents.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fucking Jesus.
All right, I'll give us one last shot.
All right, go ahead, man.
Do we got any ideas we got out of our dumb heads before
I thought when you said you're going to give us one last shot that you were going to propose an idea, and you just
sure as fuck wasn't.
don't ask me. I just talked about Cammy fucking Dierking.
If we only had the platform, if we only had 30,000 viewers, we would do such important shit. Hey guys,
Fuck.
you like that newscaster?
Remember that one newscaster? Oh,
If we only had the listeners.
It's the greatest goddamn podcast of all time.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck. You know, now you have to have a picture of Cammy Dierking in the goddamn Instagram.
I'm all for it. We're gonna Photoshop her with a raccoon and call it a day.
Oh,
What about,
fucking A.
do you want to do anything crazy? Unrelated to pot? Do you got any, like, crazy urges in you lately? If Ricky was going off the chain, gonna do something buck wild in the next month, whether it's going postal,
Going
just
postal?
a general panic attack, big freak out, where are you going?
I don't know. We were talking about grills earlier, and now I kind of want to grill.
Just impulse buy something?
Yeah. It's about where I'm at. That's my idea going crazy right now because I'm really trying not to spend. I'm budgeting myself out to like a certain amount of like projects I can do at a time. And, you know, the idea of impulse buying is like buying shit I don't need is like such a taboo thing for me right now.
Yeah. It's like every penny counts right now. Do you know anybody?
My life's boring as fuck.
If you ever seen somebody spend like way too much money on some bling shit like that?
Yeah. No. I mean, by spend too much money on some bling shit like that, like spend money on it, period.
But like big money.
No. I don't know anyone with big money.
I had a dude in rehab, which it makes it so funny.
Yeah.
$35,000 grill.
Fucking why?
Gold and crystals, and it's like he's protecting it with his life. He had like a 20 grand Rolex and a 30 grand grill.
Jesus fuck.
And he was short as fuck. So and he was bald, and we called him King of the Trill because he looked like Bobby Hill. Dude, he looks straight like Bobby Hill, bro. He sold propane and propane accessories. This little motherfucker had some money, but he would every weekend. He'd hop in his car with a ski mask, drive to Dayton, and just rob any drug dealer on the block, on the corner, and then drive back. I'm like, bro, think about the stress. Every week, the neighboring city, you just made like 10 enemies.
Jesus Christ.
Every week. The accumulation of people you pissed off, only a city away.
Yep.
That's stressful. And then you're going to spend it on a 35 grand grill?
Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ.
This is pretty funny.
I mean, I guess he could have spent it on drugs, but...
I did both.
I was going to say, how much money did he spend on drugs if that's how much he spent on a fucking grill?
He was making good money. Because he was doing other shit too, but...
I had a grill when I was younger. I was about 17 years old.
I remember that grill.
Yeah, you remember that grill. Do you remember when I colored it?
Yeah.
Mouth got colors like a Fruit Loop box, man.
Straight Skittle brain.
Me and fucking Aaron Rennick decided one day I fucking put Rennick on blast. He deserves. I want to see where he's at right now. I haven't talked to him in forever. We went up to, I don't even know how we even got started on it. We were like, I want to say we were partying the night before and we were talking about fucking Paul Wall. And we were like, fuck, dude, that place at fucking Northgate sells grills for sure. So we drove from fucking East Side over to Northgate Mall, got grills, and then came back. Like, just because we were like, yo, this sounds like a fun thing to do. Like, $15 grills.
That's amazing. That's beautiful.
That's
a beautiful
prime shit to do when you're young.
What else are you going to do when you live on the west side and you're that age? What else is there to drive to a different part of town and buy a $10 grill?
Yeah. In Cincinnati? Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it.
Oh, fucking A. You can only spend so many weekends at the Western Bowl.
Oh, God. Man, they used to do some dirt down there, man.
They owners. Had to have.
The owners. Whew.
You got like details on that?
I do off the street.
Off, yeah. I was talking to the owner's daughter for a minute. One of them. I don't know how many owners they had, but
that's like a Cincinnati staple.
Yeah, that and fucking General Custer's. Fucking Custer's Last Stand, man.
Fuck yeah, man. What is it called? What's the actual name? It's only open during the summer, off Montana.
Yeah, I think it's called like Custard. It's called Custard's Last Stand. And it's like an ice cream and putt-putt place. Oh, I don't know what the fuck it is now.
Oh, you're talking about the one on Glenway.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
The mini golf place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was right next to Western Bowl.
Mustard's Custards.
Mustard's Custards. I think it was the same owners, too.
I don't know. The people that own the one off Montana, they're legitimately, like, cashed out, bro. Like, they only open it for, like, 3 months of the year because they made so much money on that place every summer.
Fuck yeah, man. That's the way to do it, then.
So dope. All right. Fuck it, bro. We'll do better next time.
Yeah. Come back next week for our very localized podcast on shit that we remember from when we were kids.
Well, actually, no, this was really fun. I needed a chill sesh. I look forward to researching Bob Ross. I did watch that as soon as we talked about it. The documentary was up. The Netflix doc is really good, and they really incorporated a lot of the controversy around his estate. And then I also noticed Hulu at the same time put up 5 seasons of the actual Bob Ross, Painting with Bob Ross. Which is cool as fuck.
Yeah. I got to find a good lawyer who can hit up Netflix with a cease and desist for stealing all of our ideas. And
can you imagine if you ever had to have a lawyer?
No.
Oh my God. I'm actually a pretty good client, but if we needed a lawyer for the Trashcats, oh my God, we would be the worst clients. We'd be the worst.
Oh, fucking Jesus.
We'd have to get some pro bono paper pusher guy with a sweetheart to take our cases. Him and cat food.
These two young special boys.
They're quite special.
They're really. They think they need to go to court over with Netflix, and we'll put on a mock trial just to make them feel better.
Oh fuck, that's funny. Man.
Get fucking volunteers from the local community center to perform a mock trial.
Oh, shit. God, court's the worst.
We're doing it. We're doing it outside CC's Pizza. What do you mean it's not legit? We rented out Funky Dunks.
Oh, the Funky Dunks courtroom. Oh, fuck.
Oh, goddamn.
You got anything to say? Let's get the fuck out.
No. I need to get away from this goddamn microphone.
I know. We're just gonna like tell all our secrets and
no, my secret's about Cammy Dierking.
yeah, we learned something about you.
Fucking A.
All right.
I have to pull up the notes so I know the things I have to say, even though I say them every week.
Blackfish that are absorb light, pre-sun grinder, talked about dumb shit, bad advice. Thanks again for listening.
Yeah, thank you to Approaching Human for the use of his music. You can find his work on SoundCloud at approaching-human.
Thanks for picking me up the other day, John. You were clutch.
Yeah, John. Hit me up for some vegan recipes.
There we go.
Make sure to check out the show page at Trashcats Trashcast on Instagram for news and arts from the show. You can also check us out on Facebook.
That's where you go for the memes. And if you're bored, you can check out my trashy art on Instagram at SKYZSEX. Shouts out to Underwater Fish and Naughty Priests. Tune in next Wednesday for our episode on Bobby Ross. And
that's going to be all for us today. Stay classy, eat trashy.
Go fast, eat trash.